PSG 1, Manchester United 2. Get in, get in, get in. Let's have it. Proud of the boys tonight. Very proud of them. I only had a couple players that I had below average. The whole squad pretty much done their thing. Ollie again, like I was one in the past to say he doesn't understand tactics. He proved me wrong on that tonight. The formation he started with, then they switched it to a back four as well during the game. He's proved me wrong on the tactics. So I'm starting to turn now to be Ollie in. I was Ollie out before, but credit where credit is due. 2-1 against the second best team in Europe right now. I said I felt optimistic tonight. I said I'd be ecstatic with a win, and I am. Like, just well done to the boys. Like, I predicted 1-1, so I thought it was going to draw out to a 1-1 near the end, and we got a winner near the end. So credit to Marcus Rashford for a wonderful goal. I didn't think it was going to come for him because I don't think he had a great night, but he did it. So the two that I had, I thought McTominay I felt like he was all over the place tonight. Neymar was getting at him a lot, and he looked rash. He got a yellow card for it, I think. Yeah, like every time Neymar went at him, I was worried. So I think McTominay had a shocker tonight. And I also think Martial for the own goal. Like when that went in, I was like, just felt bad for him. I didn't think he was having too bad of a game before that. But ultimately, that's affected his match rating for me. So let's get into the ratings. David De Gea, 8 out of 10. I thought he was superb tonight. I've been very critical with him in the past, but tonight, again, like the last few games, he was even better tonight for me than he was for Newcastle. So made some very important saves, one powerful one in the second half from Neymar, and he seemed to be shouting quite a bit tonight and directing the defence. So full props to David De Gea tonight. I thought he was quality. He was quite commanding with crosses and that. He kept like coming out and not punching it. He was grabbing it. So great game for David tonight. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, another one I've been hugely critical of late. I thought he was brilliant tonight. Dived in a few times and got away with it a couple of times, but overall, I thought he was very solid. There was a point where he crossed the ball in that wasn't too bad, but still that delivery needs work. But I think overall game tonight, more defensively, obviously, less mistakes, didn't get caught out of position too much. So very good game for Wan-Bissaka. I'll give him a 7. Twanzebe, considering he hasn't played for a long time, I thought he'd come in and done a job superbly. Like, not any real mistakes and looked good at aerial duels, and I thought he looked good on the ball as well. So clearing it out at times instead of playing it out like when you need him to do that, I thought he did that excellent tonight. So 7 out of 10 for Twanzebe. Lindelof at the centre, I thought he was quality as well. I think it helped not having Maguire next to him tonight. They showed they can do it against Newcastle, but in a different formation tonight, there was a lot of pressure on Lindelof being that main focal point of the defence, and I thought he did a superb job as well. I give him a 7 also. Luke Shaw, I thought, again, the energy, getting up and down, I thought he was brilliant. Yeah, like, no real mistakes. The whole back line for me tonight was brilliant. Give him a 7 as well. Alex Telles, I thought he had a very good debut. I really like how he takes his corners. Like, he gets a lot of whip on him. So I think that's going to play into our hands very well in the future. So it's going to be good to see more of him just for set pieces, really. But I thought he had a good debut. Not any real mistakes. He looked like positive and he was going forward, trying to make things happen. So I think he's going to be a great player for us. 7 out of 10 for Telles. Well done on your debut. Fred, I thought he was all right. Like, I think he done a job. A few times he got caught like positionally and maybe giving a few passes away, but I think overall at the end he done a very good job, a solid job. So give him a 7 also. McTominay, as I said, we discussed, like, I thought he was our worst player tonight. It was just the weak point for me. Like, every time Neymar got the ball, he was going at him and he was getting the better of him every time. So McTominay tonight was, as I said, I would have liked Matic in there instead, but he played him and we got away with it. So, but I'm going to give McTominay a 3 out of 10 for me. Bruno Fernandes missed the penalty again. Like, I felt bad for him. I was like, come on, Bruno. And then he missed it. And then they let him retake it. So we kind of got out of jail with that one because the keeper come off his line for the first attempt. So we got to retake it and he scored. So you got to have character to do that. Obviously, he was captain tonight for the first time. And I thought he was really good. So 7 out of 10 for Bruno. Rashford, I had him for like maybe a 6, which is slightly above average for me. But I felt he was a bit sort of lackluster at times, a bit not like final balls and things like that, and a bit of wild shooting. Not the worst I've ever seen him, but that goal at the end bumped his rating up for me, so I give him a 7, because before that it was lower than that. It would have been a 5 or a 6 for me probably, so I give him a 7. Martial, I thought he was having an okay game, but then I can't give him above average because he scored an own goal. And I can't really give him an average now, because if you score an own goal for me, and the thing about it is, it wasn't even a contested own goal. Like, there was no one marking him. He closed his eyes. He, like, do you know what I mean? He just he hoped for the best. We don't need that. We need consistency. We need, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but like assurance that you're going to do the right thing at that point. So you can't be closing your eyes when you're making headers. Like, I know you kind of naturally do that, but you can't be doing that in that position, especially. Like, because if you're marking someone as well, they're going to win that every time because you've closed your eyes. You don't know where the ball is. So I was disappointed for him because I felt like he was having an okay game. Not getting a lot of chances himself, but the link up and that was okay. But for me, because of that own goal, I had to bring it down, and then I give him a 4. Paul Pogba come on for one of the subs. Felt he it shored it up a bit in the midfield. He did a better job than McTominay did, I thought. Was on less time as well for the match than McTominay got, and yeah, I don't think he was outstanding. I don't think he affected the game too much, but he did shore it up a bit more and made it more of a solid base in the midfield for me. So 6 out of 10 for Pogba, just above average for me. Donny, I don't think he really affected the game, but again, he didn't have a great deal of time, so I'm going to give him an average. I'm going to give him a 5. And Dan James, a 5 as well. I just feel like them two didn't really get into the game too much, but they had little time to do so anyway. So 5 out of 10 for them, 6 for Pogba. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you proved me wrong tonight. I was one of them that I didn't think you knew what you was doing. And the last 2 games, you've proved me wrong. Like, hand on my heart, you've proved me wrong. So I'm now feeling like I'm Ole in. Like, I just hope that this consistency and the positivity and the confidence in the team continues, because I don't want us to have a defeat like we got Chelsea next. If they beat us, I hope that doesn't then send us into a downfall, like a downward spiral again, because we're starting to get consistency. So I'm going to go into that Chelsea game believing we can beat them, because we've deserved that, because the players have done that on the field, and Ole's done that with the tactics. So they're turning my thoughts around, and I'm glad to see it. So hands on my heart, like he's changing it for me. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tonight, 8 out of 10, proving me wrong. And we got the 3 points. First time back in Europe for a while at that level against the second best team in Europe at the moment. Can't ask for any more. Brilliant, boys. Brilliant result. And I hope everyone's happy, man. Like, there's always going to be people complaining and hating, but look at the result tonight. We need some positivity. I'm happy. Like, I'm not one to shout about too much and go crazy like other fans do. If I was in the stadium, I probably would. But believe me when I tell you, I'm happy, and I'm happy that they're proving me wrong, because now the games are enjoyable to watch as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, the frustration is not there as much. Obviously, it is at times in the game when things happen. You're like, pass the ball, they don't pass it, and like there was a moment tonight where they went on the counter attack, and Rashford should have squared it to Bruno. He was open, no one on him. Probably would have got a goal. and he tried to take the man on, he lost the ball, and things like that, it's still going to happen, it's natural, you get frustrated. But Rashford made up for that because he got the winner. Brilliant result from the boys tonight, well done to them, they all deserve a pat on the back, and we go into this Chelsea game with huge confidence, and rightly so. Back the boys, Ollie's at the wheel, he's turning my thoughts around, hope he's turning some of yours around that was doubting him. Positivity, man. 2-1 Manchester United, PSG. I'll see you soon.